Good evening. Welcome to the coverage of this evening's first ever eWinter Series Condor race.
We're very excited to be here, as I'm sure you are as well. All 18 of you at the moment, which is monetization is coming very soon at that rate. Anyway, today we're in Slovenia, the beautiful airfield of Leske Bled. Pronunciation is still to be confirmed. How many pilots have we got flying today? About 40? About 50? I don't know. We'll have to find out. You can stick with us for a bit and
feel free to drop any feedback in the YouTube comments, which you'll be able to see through your device of choice.
Yes, please do utilise that because we actually have no idea what we're doing.
This is the first time either
bit
of
of
us...
help with levels, bit of help with anything would actually be quite appreciated. So please go mad on that.
This is the first time either of us have ever done any kind of live stream, and yeah, we're lucky enough to be joining all of you whilst doing so. So please forgive in advance any fun that may happen. We do hopefully have some interviews lined up with pilots. We currently have a wonderful display from Clement Allen, who is rolling his glider down the ridge pre-start,
which fits in line very well with the new BJ guns and ridge soaring, for those of you who've read it.
Right, we are slowly coming towards a point where the race will begin.
6 minutes time, our start line opens at 20:25. We'll run you through the task if you'd like, for those of you who haven't quite seen it yet. So the task today is 162 kilometres, which should be quite straightforward. It's basically a run up and down a ridge. We've got a light southerly wind, or actually reasonable southerly wind, which should make those ridges there work pretty nicely. We've got our first turn point at places I'm not going to try and pronounce, to be honest, because I don't speak Slovenian. But anyway, we'll run up to the northwest to our first turn point, then they'll turn right back around, come back down the ridge past the airfield, back down to the second turn point, and they'll return back to the airfield, come to northwest again. Very simple, should be straightforward, and people just hammer along on the deck and have a nice little race. Glider type wise, people seem to have made some reasonable choices. There's no Grinnell babies as far as I can see. Mostly LS8s, which is good. We like that, especially new Neotips. Lovely. Someone's gone for EB29, right? Okay, so Victor at EB29. That is frankly taking a mick, but that's okay. I assume we're handicap.
I'm sure the handicap gods will come and get you later.
So he's a smattering of LS4s, so he's planning to play that handicap game well. Yeah. Everyone seems to be fairly sensible.
Brave man in the Genesis.
Someone's gone for Genesis. That's concerning.
I can't pronounce that name.
I'm not going to because it will be embarrassing. We'll leave that.
Possibly rude.
I don't think that's good. But yeah, so in terms of pilots flying, there's some.
Let me just run that through for you. So at this moment in time, we have 39 pilots flying on the server. Getting some information that we might have a bit of, oh yes, formation fun going on from some of our pilots.
So, isn't that nice?
I'll try and get that up on screen for you now.
Show offs.
The boys, of course, showing off. So there are a group of pilots here in the UK who fly on Condor fairly often. We ran another UKJG gliding organised series earlier in the year to replace last year's Winter Series events that weren't able to go ahead. But as we all know, the summer's been a little different than all of us planned. So here we are for a new Winter Series, and got the boys showing off. It's all good fun until the wings come off.
It is. You don't want wings to clap, do you, Luke? That would be a shame.
Unfortunately, I don't have that button.
No. I was trying to persuade an unnamed person to join as Roman Grosjean and just go around sort of absolutely destroying people in midair, but no one's actually taken up that yet. And I think we're now past the join cut-off time, so that is pretty disappointing. So we might just see some gliders maintaining structure all the way around the task. Yeah, we've got 3 minutes to go now, which is all very exciting. Probably. Can we have a little zoom out view of, I don't know, we get a map? We don't really know what we can do. Map view. That's not a map. Just bear with us. Frankly, I'm not sure what's going on here.
That's not what I was hoping for.
Let's have some cockpit shots. Nice.
As you can imagine, we're getting the hang of this wonderful new spectate mode that Condor have developed over the last few months.
It's a bit of a retro panel here from the LS8. I don't know quite what's going on. That turn slip has no right being up there.
If only there was a certain website that we could submit it to.
I don't know who runs that.
Oh, it's your old glider.
Oh,
Your old
lovely.
glider's owner, anyway.
We're now on board with Ben Hudson, who bought my beloved standard Cirrus off me.
I think he has the best tasting Cirruses in the country. If you ask me.
Certainly that. And now he's flying in his upgraded LS8 here, which I'd blame him for, frankly.
I mean, if you had the money, you would.
I would. I can't. I don't. So
See if we've got any other recognisable names in the world of junior gliding.
Remig.
Mr. Allen.
Came out here, came second at the Junior Nationals the last time it happened, I think. I don't know when the last Junior Nationals happened, to be honest.
Sometime in the past.
Did we have one last year?
When we were allowed to go gliding.
Yeah, we did. Not this year. I don't know, all just merged into one.
Who else have we got? So we've got Mr. Gazard, just waiting for a launch here. Jake Gazard, regular at the juniors events through the summer and winter seasons. Stefan Astley, ex-junior, who play the handicap game.
He is.
In his LS4A.
Handicap game one to his favour. The 2015 Junior Nationals at Aston Down. Terrible week, turned the numbers 2B. Smelled everyone. Well done, Stefan.
Great glider choice then. Let's see if it's a great glider choice now.
Only so time should be a gliding fun bit. This is great.
Oh, we've got a Diax too. Oh.
Fine choice. No holds barred. Racing machine. Steve Brzezinski's turned up in a duo discus. True to form. Loves a duo.
That man does love a duo. Here he is. Let's have a little closer look. See if we can see what he's wearing. Oh,
there's two of them.
Oh, Stephen.
Stephen has a friend. He's not on the entry list.
I'm not sure we've got any PT names on the entry list, to be honest. So, let's see what we can do about that.
Oh, hi, Jade.
I think what we'll do is cruise around the start zone a little bit longer. A little bit of discussion about start times here. We thought that we were going to be starting at 8:25. However, it turns out, I think, please correct me, anyone who knows better, but it'll be 10 minutes after the last launch. So we've still got a few gliders out on the ground, and just try and get some shots there. Just give me a second. And then once the last few gliders are in the air, well, not too many left to launch now, so just a few more waiting to go. Seems like the queue is moving, and hopefully not too long now. We'll have everyone up in the air and the start line open. Much you're enjoying our conversation.
I've just been called out on YouTube having the worst stats ever by iFlySW.
Wow.
Thank you. Your presence is warmly received.
I enjoy your stats, Ben, and that's all that matters.
That's what I asked for.
Because I've got the volume control. Right, let's see who else.
Very Stefan Langer shot, isn't it?
It is very arty. You do it on purpose, Mr. Matthews here. Another ex-junior now, I think.
Ex-junior also with his wheel down. Jake, better than that.
Jake Wheel. Not sure if he's listening, but I'm sure he'll work it out. I'm sure someone will let him know. Hopefully. Tom Pridgeon. I'm sure Ben will know much more about his flying history, including some fantastic statistics.
I'm now just stalking iFlySW to work out who you are.
Come on, Ben.
That's also why I'm crying. I'm deep.
Mr. Pridgeon's racing stats, please.
If I'm honest, I don't know.
Well, give me a second. You can come back to it.
I'm not that good.
I expect an encyclopedic knowledge of all glider racing information ever. I think we've also decided that this evening's broadcast is going to be jointly sponsored by a quite wonderful selection of San Pellegrino lightly sparkling blood orange. That and Sainsbury's chocolate covered digestives.
They're just as good as McVitie's. Don't believe the hype.
And due to the reality of broadcasting a gliding race during dinner time, that is it. Right, we're going to disappear for a couple of minutes and just see if we can work out when the start time is. And please drop any questions you've got for us in the chat on the YouTube stream, or as a message to UKJG Gliding if you would like. You can also, of course, message either of us if you're lucky enough to be our friends. But yeah, feel free to use the UKJG Gliding TV YouTube chat, and we'll answer any questions you've got to the best of our ability in a bit.
From Danny Richmond, who's kindly hosting the server from the PC stashed somewhere in his bedroom, saying he'll add more tugs next time, which is very kind of him because we're watching a very slow aerotow queue. It's like being at Tiverton here. I'm not involved with it.
The good old days.
They're never good. I'm never going back. Sorry, Tiverton.
I'm not sorry. Oh! Stepford's in the air.
Is everyone? Oh, Christ! What? Right,
Still got
people are gridding. People are gridding. I don't know what's going on.
An aerotow.
Hello.
This looks like
This is
it'll be fun to
exciting.
watch. Mr. Thompson, I'm not sure who you are. I think we need to go back to that ab initio course.
That was superb. Thank you so much.
Very nice design on the glider, though.
I like that. That's
Appreciate
a
it.
bit jazzy.
aeroplane skills, not so much.
You tried.
We're going to follow you all the way up, so no pressure.
So now up to strong 24, 26 people watching. Look at that. We've hit the big time. It's good stuff.
I'm really quite shocked you all didn't have something better to do. You agree with me?
I'm quite disappointed. I've got nothing better to do in my evening, but we are where we are.
So it looks like we've already learnt some lessons for next time about how we're going to start the task. It would appear that
Not like this.
this many people and this few tugs. 37 currently flying, or waiting to fly, in the case of some. We have a last launch. We have
Race
a
start.
notification from the server, which is race starts in 10 minutes. That'll give us a start time of 8:43. Of course, you are probably on a nice little delay behind us, so we'll, see how you get on. Thank you very much for those of you getting in touch. Your feedback's really actually quite useful because, as I said at the start of the broadcast, this is our first one, and I'm just looking for as much help as we can get from you guys.
All help is good.
The last time I was involved in any kind of broadcast was about 8 or 9 years ago. So. Rusty.
I just don't know what I'm doing. I'm not sure what's going on. But no matter. We'll battle on.
It's going to be quite noisy, that,
The
isn't
sound
it?
you may hear is a packet of digestive biscuits. We're very sorry.
It's keeping us going there.
We're only halfway
Without
through
these
the
digestives, you don't have a gliding competition. Alright, let's have a little wander around and see who's in the air. Looks like most people have launched now.
Got meandering going on.
Hop around between. Looks like people are working some of the local ridges, just trying to. Oh, someone on tow. See if we can get in and have a little look close with you.
Ooh,
Do that again. And Salto flying in 396.
396.
396. That's a made-up glider.
That is a man-up glider.
Or maybe, or is this the announcement? Is this Imperial Gliding Club's new duo?
Oh,
396.
I don't
That'll
care. I
fall
don't
into
let anyone else
place,
fly
doesn't
them
it?
anyway. Selfish. Tom Oscar, I'm talking to you. Let me fly your gliders. You can have a biscuit if you want. FTV Kerno. Yes.
Yes, unfortunately the biscuit situation is collection only. Not sure we'll get it by the time we've gone home, but if you can, good luck. We're also not going to tell you where we are,
No.
so that will make it a bit more difficult. Oh, Tom Pridgeon. Apparently it's got trouble following the T-phone. See if I can find it. Oh, that's really good. Looks like Tom's dropped off early. Tom Pridgeon. He's flying in LS4, registration TP1. Looks like he's jumped off too early to work his way up the local ridges to this lovely part of Slovenia that we're flying in today.
Shout out to Gordon McDonald and Milo who are watching. The BJ's Big Dog in Maintenance. Hi. Hope you're well. How's things?
So, as you all know, we are running various talks and events, online events like this, over the next few months in place of our real Winter Series. Information about all of them probably most easily found on the UKJG eGliding Facebook page. So if you have any questions about them or any suggestions about other things that you want to see, I'm guessing from some of the comments that it might be useful for us to maybe do one on how to set up Condor or how to get it working.
You don't know how to set up Condor, don't ask us.
I mean, don't ask me. It's taken 3 days. It's not gone well. But here we are. Touch wood. Still going well. I forgot to start now. It's at the top. There's a timer. 4 minutes and 47. Yeah. Getting there slowly.
God, pre-start does drag, doesn't it?
Right, here's the next question for you. What is your favourite pre-start activity?
Luke Dale, you may not answer.
No, this is a family friendly stream. UK Junior Gliding. Junior is in the name. So let's see what you guys come up with. What is your go-to pre-start activity?
We've just discovered that we can actually sort the spectator panel by actual useful fields like name or comp number. This has made a lot
Also,
easier.
speed, distance, and time. To also get this race underway.
Hang on, we've got
we're
live
going
stats.
to we've got live scoring.
Oh, look at that.
This is going to be exciting.
This is like F1.
Question from the competitors here. Not that I'm sure any of them are listening because they're almost certainly fully focused on the racing experience. But the maximum start height is 1,225 metres.
It's incredibly specific.
For those of you who've flown comps at Lasham in the last couple of years, you'll know that I, of course, greatly enjoy reading out things like the start line will open in 3 minutes with a maximum start height of 1,225 metres.
You're saying mood was getting shot.
Unfortunately, I think this... Oh no, we're in feet. We're in feet.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the competition parameters. Probably in metres.
We've got 30 people watching now. This is amazing.
30 of you joining us.
This is like talking to a whole room. A whole room of
Not
people.
anymore.
No, that's
Sort
just,
of the number of this number of people would be very, very illegal in a room at the moment. You'll be glad to know that, of course, here at UK Junior Gliding HQ, we're keeping very safe. Ben and I are in the same household.
Yeah.
Share a
It's
house.
tough, but we're making it work.
In the household, not a relationship, for those wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Just we clear that up from the start. What's it we're trying to type? No.
So for those of you that haven't noticed, today's task is a Grand Prix task. So there's what we call a Grand Prix start or regatta start. And that means that when the line opens, everyone will have to, well, start at the same time. There's no held start, there's no flexibility in that. So as soon as the line opens, that's when your clock starts. So in an ideal world, everyone wants to be right by the start line, running along it, and as soon as the clock gets to 0, you turn 90 degrees through the line and off you go. We'll see if it works. I don't know. There's some guys here that are quite keen on Condor to absurd degrees. Luke, Clem, we're looking at you. So I'm sure they'll absolutely nail their start tactics. But we'll look forward to seeing what everyone else does.
One notable absence from this evening's race, I can't see Mr. O'Keefe.
That's a good point.
Mr. O'Keefe has previously been a winner of various Condor events. A stalwart at UK Junior Gliding events. Very much a familiar face around the F1 paddock of gliding.
It's not as good as real F1 paddock.
Well, I don't know. F1 this year.
No. Yeah.
We're not gonna let this diverge into a spirited discussion about
F1. That should
F1.
be great. I can cope with that.
So we have about 30 seconds now until our start line is due to open. So we'll start to see.
Clem with his air breakers out.
I was going to say we're getting people positioning themselves to start here. So descending to the start altitude. There's a maximum start altitude. Established as part of the. We have a collision. That's not good. That's right.
He repaired his plane on the fly.
Oh no.
We've got a list of failures from
and we have the races
there
on.
we go.
We have races
Tom
started.
Pridgen first to the line, followed by a few more. George White, member of the junior British squad, I guess.
Right.
They're off.
It turns out this does many things to my computer.
So we've got 19 pilots now started. A lot more just sort of meandering around. But at the moment, Tom Pridgen out in the lead. He's covered 2.2k, and he's currently doing an average speed of 248 kph, which is solid, really.
Notable start there from Mr. Steve Pazurskis. How did he get on today? I'm pretty sure it's his first time using the Condor. Got some insider info coming in here from a reliable source. Mr. O'Keefe is in a Boyne, hence why he's not able to join us.
Scotland drinking whiskey.
Having a lovely time flying in some beautiful weather, I'm sure. Right. Who's coming?
So let's just flip now to our lead man, Tom Pridgen, and his LS4, so he's up to.
It looks like he's
tanking around.
He's working this ridge. Quite close to ground.
That'll just about cover the rest of this race then.
So he's working his way up to the first turn point.
Now I'll talk about the car.
We're going to talk about the task in a minute in terms of like how far it is to the first turn. The weather conditions today in Slovenia, I'm reliably informed, are a gentle southerly.
The weather conditions are summer. The thermals are light. The clouds are middle air. I don't think this is real
Thermal
weather.
activity normal. Oh, southwesterly 28 kph.
Nice, about 15 knots southwesterly wind.
So it seems to me we've got a little bit of overtaking going on here. Just going to.
So we have.
I can see from the shot. I really seemed to wait at the opportune moment then.
Got a death on our hand.
I can see that. Oh, this is a nice shot. So we can see we've got Mr. Allen sitting up here on the ridge, and out in the distance you can see a variety of other competitors who are taking the slightly riskier choice. So they're working lower down on the hills. I'm just going to see if I can get some shots from down there. Maybe a little bit tricky. So here you go. Here's the view from further down the ridge. Some of the lower handicap gliders who are who have decided to.
I'll get a flyby.
Oh wow, this is good. You can see we've got our various competitors here working their way up the ridgeline.
Got George White's moved up into second place. Here's DI2. Well done, George. George, who heroically this year flew a AAT at the junior team training out in Essendon with only a map and a non-functioning UDI and some circles in his map drawn freehand, which was particularly impressive. He didn't even come last. He almost won.
Some late starters here. We've got Jake Gazard, who's just started, as well as and Solte, another keen UKJG gliding pilot.
Has everyone started yet? Or we still got a few more meandering?
Emily Lockwood still start. That'll be our last start. So we have 34 people on task. There was a
their wings off.
Oh no! So I'm going to say that was 33 people on task. There's been a small, small tree-related incident there. Luckily, of course, we don't need to worry about the safety of the pilots, which is nice in this situation. So I'm just going to take us on board here in the cockpit with George White. You can see he's right up the front here. Only a couple of people in front of him.
Notable is the lovely side stick and the down to 2. Lovely, I think. Jury's still out. Not so convinced by the V7 Vero. That's getting pretty old tech now. If you need a hand with some new glider instruments, please visit navboys.com. Oh, here we go.
So this is our race leader at the moment.
I mean, it is taking the mick, isn't it? We need to be 29.
I mean, he's setting off. Of course, handicapping will be applied after the race is finished. So we're not entirely surprised at seeing high wing loading, high performance gliders up here at the top. So we've got EB29 in first place.
He does have 40 metres more wind than Josh Setford.
I was going to say, following that, we've got Josh Setford currently running in second in the Dyna 2, George White in third.
The scores don't make sense.
Oh, they won't.
The scores don't make sense.
Do they?
Don't know. Yeah, that's your insight on the scores for now. They don't make sense, but that's all right.
Someone who's meant to know something about scoring, I should probably be able to give you more than that. But, jumping aboard here with Chris Barrett, another Lasham-based pilot. I think.
Is he?
No, sorry.
That's Chris
Bennett. I've got my people confused. I'm very sorry, Mr. Barrett, for implying that you might be based at Lasham. It's not broken. Don't worry. Whatever it was, fell off
my phone. It's all good. So what's Clem up to? Why is he not up at the top of the table? What are you doing, Clem? You're better than this.
So Mr. Allen is taking a slightly more conservative line. He's up here. Team flying, I think, with Mr. Dale. Let's have a little look, see. Changing views.
Yeah.
Okay, who's in front of who? But it looks like we've got a trio of LS8s here flying together. Try and get that shot. Yeah, so you can see here Clem, Luke slightly higher up the ridge, just above him. Taking quite a different line to some of the other competitors. Working this ridge line, they will spend a bit more time pre-start.
Benedict's chick girlfriend has just messaged him to say, I hope the broadcast thingy is going okay. We'll let you be the judge of that.
Please let us know in the chat what you think about how the broadcast thingy is going. Thanks very much, Kate. Really appreciate it. I'll probably send her a link, shouldn't I, to what we're doing. It's probably a good idea.
That'll be view number 35.
Yeah.
Make it now.
We'll leave Ben to talk for a bit while I try and work out how to use my telephone.
That's a terrific idea. I've just put my headphones on and get myself a delayed 14 seconds. That's really awful. Anyway, where are we at then? I honestly don't know. How many Ks have they done? So people have done about 30k, the front runners. Our first leg length is, I don't even know, 41k. Okay, so about pushing 2/3, 3/4 of the way down the first leg. EB29 is still well out in the lead in distance. He's got about a couple of kilometres over Josh Setford, who's the next behind him, then George White, both in Dyna 2s. In fact, the top 5 pilots, 4 of them are Dyna 2s. Which,
not really a surprise to see the Dyna 2 wing loading really coming into its own here. The guys are able to hammer along at a much higher speed. And to see these live scores that we have here aren't handicapped. So
we've currently got an average speed for. We did. Hang on. Ooh.
Sorry, I'm just
no,
reorganising a little bit by expected score. So I think they are handicapped.
I think that's now handicapped.
Yeah. but the distance obviously is just real. Super.
Okay. Well, that changes everything. Oh, it doesn't really, does it, actually? Nothing matters.
Just had a request come through to see if we can do some slightly different views of things. We're a little bit limited with what we can show you. We've got some ideas for next time.
Do
We're not necessarily the tracking thing.
Yeah.
Right, so there might be something we can try for next time. But,
Well, I think the 8-year-old MacBook Pro running Parallels, running Windows is getting a bit stressed out. I think introducing tracking into things. Hang on, we've got cursor on screen. There's a cursor on screen.
Oh, I'm very sorry. That's 30 seconds ago, man. That cursor could be anywhere.
That's a good point, yeah, sorry.
There's a big delay here.
We've got a massive delay. It's really off-putting. Anyway, so 35k is the distance so far from EB29. So a little bit longer, and he'll be running the turn. Maybe we'll wander over to him, Victor 8, and watch him round a turn point.
Yep, so here we are. EB approaching the first turn.
Look at that wing. Beautiful.
He's currently doing 145 knots. Cruising into... He's absolutely hammering along. 145 knots. It's not going down either.
It's just cheeky, isn't it?
This is not fair. We'll see how he fares on the next leg though. I expect he's going to have quite a good view. That's why I'm going to sit with him for a little bit of the field as he comes back down the ridge towards
he's not
everyone.
Really needing a field.
Not your kind of field. The other one.
I haven't known that this year. Not once.
How many of you can make the same brag?
I haven't. It's the first time for everything.
So here we go. First competitor approaching the turn. As you can see on our screens, we've got the nice turn-point indicator on. So you can see.
Pulls it around the corner. Look at that. Beautiful. That is Blue Angels.
And there he is. You hear the beep. First turn turns. Maybe by the end of this, we might have we might have built up the courage to try and say his name.
It's a retro Instagram logo.
You can do that, didn't you?
I've just spotted that it has a retro Instagram logo. It has his Instagram logo on his phone. That is stunning. I'm very jealous.
Right, we're going to do a little... Sorry, racing. Back to the racing.
Nah, this is important.
We have second glider approaching the turn. Josh Setford. Josh Setford flying Juliet 1, Dynasty. He's approaching the turn here. And it looks like he's going to be coming around any second. So these guys have made pretty short work. Just under 12 minutes to the first leg. What was that leg distance?
Yeah. 41k. I should have written that down. I've got a blank piece of paper here, which is my notes. Anyway, so the first leg is 41k. The second leg is 80k. So we're heading back past the airfield and then on to the second turn point.
So current speeds for the top 5 is over 200 kph.
200 kph.
It'll be interesting to see how Chris Barrett there making the turn, followed shortly afterwards by T-Rub. That's surely the only way to pronounce your name. So that's right.
Like T-Rex. T-Pain.
Anyway, here we go. We've got a whole load more people approaching the turn. Ooh.
Oh, that is jazzy.
I found a new button. We're going to turn it down to 10 seconds just to give us an idea of so we don't get too messy. Oh, as you can see, it looks like people are having quite an exciting time here. As we'd
just like to remind our pilots that the rules are on the right, in the right, because there's some hella head-ons going on here.
Like the distances down.
Oh, I didn't get that far, no.
No, okay. Trying to work out still approaching the turn. I think
41k for first.
Here we go. We've got one of our local boys, Clement Allen, is approaching the turn now.
A bit slow, Clem.
Really pulling up there.
Oh, there we go.
Mr. Clement Allen has dug in his wing. Really carrying the speed out of the turn, and as you can see nicely now, followed by his two teammates. Mr. Dale and Mr. Soames, who are all racing a beautiful trio of LS8 Neos.
The finest guide in all the land.
Slightly biased opinions
Not
over here.
at all.
Who else have we got approaching the turn? Oh, it looks like Ben Hudson's just gone through the turn.
Good man. Cheers, Ben.
Pozerskis approaches. Pozerskis intensifies.
Flapping his wing like a condor.
Right, let's see if we can.
You go on board with Steve Pozerskis?
I'm going to follow him around the turn. Ooh, come on, Stephen. Dig your wing in. Do something special for us. Oh, yes. Perfect.
Too close to missiles, switching to guns.
Drop back out to the front here. We've got the EV-29.
Leagues ahead. He's
Setting
now
off back down the
4
ridge.
kilometres, 5 kilometres on everyone else so far.
There he is.
Still smigging along at 150 knots because he doesn't
See
care.
the field behind him there. What I'm going to do is just chuck up a classification for you guys so you can have a little look at how people are getting on. Skews the tiny screen. But as you can see, we've got SZ up the top. Oh, actually, this is by points, isn't it? This is handicap, sorry. False information there. What you see on screen here is Condor's attempt at live handicapping. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Obviously, scores will be calculated once all of our competitors are finished and submitted their traces, just like a real gliding competition, really.
Exactly.
Just like and you'll be able to find out the results tomorrow morning by looking on UKJG Gliding's Facebook page, where we will announce.
But you have to submit traces?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
I mean, it's quite a little hassle.
Oh, I know.
It's the same computer. You don't have to lose your SD card. Don't have to go find an SD card reader. It's all very straightforward, really. But
Did find out your firmware update, stop your SD card reader working.
yeah, I mean,
it's a tough gig.
Seems like
Gliding.
I've been through these things before. But anyway, I'll take those classifications off now. Get back to racing. Josh Setford here.
Still rocking that beautiful Diana 2. Fun fact, Diana 2 was actually named after Princess Diana because the designer off of, I can't remember what it's called. I googled this. Krzysztof Gabrinski apparently was a big fan of Lady Di and named the glider after him. Her.
Princess Diana.
Her. Yeah. There you go, that's your fun fact on Diana 2s for today. That's all I got, that's it. Deathly silence.
It's all a bit oddest, isn't it? You and I sitting in this room, talking at a computer screen, hoping someone's listening.
27 people. Oh, hang on, we're going down now. Less people are watching. I'm so sorry. Watching crashes? Anyone sort of treeing themselves?
I don't have a height above ground filter,
No.
which is really. I think it really counts.
I have no time for that.
Or I can go one of the Dino boys ripping along.
I'm trapping jam right now. Nice. More fun facts, please, from Danny Hibbard. Hi, Danny. It's been a while. How are you doing? I'll try and rustle up some more fun facts. I don't know where from, but I'll have a go.
I'm a bit busy with this biscuit, to be honest.
Yeah, I'll have a biscuit.
Lovely view here from Jay Meritig flying Dino 2, registration jam.
Jam.
You can see him working his way down this little spur line.
Whoa.
Chasing the boys down.
Took my eyes
Oh,
out.
nearly a near miss, that one.
Nearly a minute.
Nearly a near miss. Nearly a mid-air, I'm trying to say. in a minute, guys. We might try and do something exciting.
I don't know what this is going to be.
We are going to attempt a live interview with one of the pilots who is racing.
It's not quite the same as when they're flying, is it?
Right, bear with us. Right, we are now live on the Discord channel, being used by a few of our pilots. Give me a second to just move some levels around, see if we can hear them. Hello, Luke. Give me 1 second just to make sure you are turned up sufficiently. Which I know you're not, so yeah, that. Hi, Luke.
Are we going to go for the lower foothills? On the
I
far
think
right?
Luke and Close are currently working their way along this ridgeline, trying to figure out the best routing. How are you finding it so far, Luke?
Well, we made a bit of a mistake at the start of the task. We didn't analyse the task sheets because they never came out. Bit of an organisational problem there, but it's okay. We decided to start high, hoping that this leg, or rather low down, it would be in the lee of the other mountains and everyone would struggle at 10.1. We were completely wrong. So we're now flying super aggressively, trying to catch up the pack.
Yeah, it looks like the higher handicap gliders, especially the EB29 that's out in the front, have just carried that energy all the way along the ridgeline. Not turning at all, really pushing on. And doesn't seem to have had quite the tactical thing that we see sometimes when the wind speeds are lower on the ridge.
Clem will go via the west.
Okay. Well, what I'm looking at here, because we can see the live results as we fly, which is obviously can't get that in real life. We see Harriet Gamble's third, and looking at her, she's only 3.8k ahead of us. So, although it looks like we're midfield, they're not that far ahead. So like I say, I don't know, on the live feed you can see I'm with Clem and Bradley. We've got a load of other gliders. I recognise the call sign.
Super, yeah, we're just following along with you and bouncing around between the few. Let me just try and get some shots from the other guys while we keep chatting for a few minutes. Very kind of you, of course, to join us mid-flight.
Busy schedule, Luke. Yeah.
There we go, a shot of Clem. So we've got Clem here, sitting just behind. I think that we are. I think that's the end of. I think that's the end of speaking to our pilots there. Seem to have a little hiccup with the technology. Let's go with hiccup. But it was nice to hear from Luke there. Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us.
All the way from Basingstoke.
All the way from Basingstoke. Really putting in the efforts to get in touch with us. Thank you very much, Luke, for your time. Legal reasons,
Cheers.
Oh,
Delicious. And nutritious.
a second. Go on, you.
Get it.
Sorry, I just had a little glitch there for a second. Ooh. Come back.
Is that a maple?
No, it's a new problem. Turns out if you try and change tabs too quickly, it freezes.
Yeah, nice.
It's a bit of experience. Right, let's get back to these overall scores. So, there are some really quite terrible jokes being put out here. Question here coming in from Leonardo Delbino. Yes, I believe you can still register on the Condor Club website to join the competition. You'll then be able to participate in future races in the series. They're being run every Thursday evening at 8 o'clock local time UK.
UK.
So that's
Is that GMT
7
UK?
o'clock UTC.
UTC.
Yeah, 7 o'clock
yeah.
UTC.
Sure.
But yeah, you're more than welcome to join us in future events. I know we can get up to 60 people on the server. Only got 35 today, so still a few more to go. And we look forward to seeing you in future weeks. We're not necessarily going to be here every week in terms of... Oh, wow. Where's that about from?
I just pulled up the rules for the a drinking game we created for the Sailplane Grand Prix final.
We'll go through those in a minute, I think. That might be a nice end of the race type
Yeah.
thing. Anyway, sorry, back to where we were. Races are going to be on Thursday evenings, and you're welcome to join. Sign up on Condor Club. You can, of course, jump on the server as well if you'd like to take part without scoring. You do need to be registered on Condor Club if you would like to submit a trace. As said, we're going to try our best to stream a few of them. We probably won't stream every week just because
We got stuff to do.
we got stuff to do.
I have nothing to
We're
do.
moving house.
Yeah,
Big news.
big news.
And we might have a few weeks off, but we'll try and bring you every couple of races. Certainly the first and last.
Of course.
We'll see how we go after today. You may, of course, see some of the rest of the UK junior gliding team wishing to take part. Sean Fiddler asked, why such a range in performance for the competition? So, as far as I'm aware, what we have done is to make the competition as accessible as possible. This is very much the aim of the eWinter series, the eWinter series, as we got this year. We have basically opened it up to all all handicap levels, so we can get as many people as possible. So if we can just have a little look at that. No, I think that's gone. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
no.
crikey.
Well, that's not gone well.
Oh, that's not ideal.
Mr. Thompson's having a bad day there. As we can see,
I do too.
Was
Shot
bits.
down that wreck.
bits of glider there. Anyway, moving on. Let's jump down the road a little bit and see how much Pritchard's going on. Of course, our first starter. Started a little bit low down the ridge, and I think he's probably paying for it now.
Is he? Yeah.
We'll see what happens with the handicaps, obviously.
Where's he in the
But he's
overalls? He's there.
he's only completed 89 kilometres of the task so far, with our leader sitting up at 112. So actually not that far behind. Quite a long way behind on a short task.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting to see, as Luke was saying on the chat, Clement and himself really starting to work their way up now. They were sitting in the middle of the fields, 24, 25.
Tom Bridges now underground.
That is quite concerning.
I don't know what I just saw.
But yeah, as I say, really, really working the trade there. I think he knows he's on the telly.
Stop showing off, Tom.
Oh, it's trees there, so I'm going to watch. Anyway, I'm going to jump back over to our favourite friends in their LS8s. And I see them all racing on the ridgeline here.
What's our attrition rate so far? How many pilots are we down to?
I think we have lost.
Is it 4?
I think they're still display,
Oh, okay. Well, they do
Um,
nothing.
but their distances won't increase. Yeah. No.
Oh, no.
Oh, he must be disappearing. Well, that doesn't make sense. Why is he
That
still
doesn't make sense.
going? Nah, he's not. He's not still going.
Oh, it's just chaotic. Okay, we've lost a few.
A few have hit the hill. Luckily,
Yeah.
it's the virtual world, so everyone's okay. And that's what's important. And right along here with Harriet Gamble, another UK junior gliding well-known face. She seems to be racing in R8 Neo today.
A fine choice once again.
LS8 seems to be a fairly popular choice. Quite a few of our competitors today going for that.
And with good reason. Timeless glider. Still available for everyone.
Looks like we've got EV29 out front here. Turning the final turn.
Look at it go.
Perfectly jumped onto there. So we can see that that final turn is at 121 kilometres. I'm down with my left hand. Gives an idea of how other people are getting on as they come towards it.
about me. What are you doing?
It's a man who doesn't own that
What are
guy.
you doing, Victor 8?
Anyway, closely following, we've got Josh Setford here, just approaching the turn.
Oh, still a little way out. 10k out. Come on, Josh.
Come on, Josh, let's follow you in. So as you can see, Josh is just, looks like he's routing to follow this little spur line.
I hope so.
Wind's coming in from the right, going to be blowing up these hills and just generating a bit of lift. Looks like the EB has dropped onto the ridge behind on his way back. So he'll be coming back towards us through this shot. Oh, good to know. So Mr. Prison was in fact watching himself on the stream whilst zooming past the ground.
Who wouldn't? It's not every day you get on TV, you know.
Yes. That's another fun question for our watchers. So let us know how you're watching. Are you on the big TV? Have you persuaded your family members, other half, to relinquish control of the big TV?
I hope not.
Or are you hiding under a duvet with it on your phone? Let us know how you're watching this evening's eWinter Series Grand Prix. So say leaders 2/3 of the way through the race now, just passing 120k, this 160 kilometre pass, 3/4 of the way through in fact, not 2/3.
Good maths.
Good math there from me. It's been a long day. Still looks like we've got our LS8 Neo friends climbing the results here, climbing out to 11. Give you a little rundown of the top 10. So out front, still in first place, we have Mr. Christian in the EB29.
Christian.
We have in second place Josh Setford flying down at 2. Third place George White flying down at 2. Fourth place T. Rook in the Benedict 3 15 metre. Fifth place J.
No.
Just dropped.
No.
Ooh,
They're fighting.
close battle here between 5th and 6th place. We've got Chris Barrett and Jay Meritic. Number 7,
David Noble.
number 8,
G. Downing Street.
number 9,
Sierra Zulu. Mystery Sierra Zulu. I don't know who
Mystery
you are.
Sierra Zulu. Sizz. Is it the Sizzymon?
Sizzymon.
We will never know. Flying the LS8 Neo, and then rounding out the top 10 are UK Junior Gliding Touring. Harriet Gamble, flying in JAL. And as you see on the screen, Josh Setford's just made the turn.
Round they all go. Setford, George White, T-Pain, Chris Barrett. We're all going round. As they so often do at gliding.
Round, round, and round. Gonna jump on with Merrick and see if we can see the guys out in front of him. Oh, he looks a bit lower than some of the other competitors, isn't he? Let's see what's going on. So you can see we've got our Team Fly boys. They did say they were going to fly hard. It looks like it's happening.
The flying does appear to be hard.
They are working these ridge lines for everything they can get, really. Oh, still going strong.
That's a big packet, isn't it? Thank you very much. So then 2. 4-9. That's insane.
Right, let's see who else we can jump on with for a bit of content. So we haven't seen much so far today. Al Empson, another UKJG lining, well-known face, sitting a little bit further out here in the valley. Brave choice.
Always the best place to be in them.
Always the best place to be on a ridge day. 15k out into the valley. So we'll see how that goes for him. Looks like Jake Matthews is slowly working his way back up to the order as well.
Then the 5-1.
Bit of a late start with a late launch, but yeah, climbing his way up so far. Is in 22nd place. Martin Oliver, Lasham Pilots. Good to see him flying again. Gone for the L8 Neo.
Just bought the bell in real life though. Represent.
Great glider.
Fine glider.
Anyway, he's working his way. Same idea, following these little ridge lines, trying to get every little bit as he approaches these low hills.
Yeah.
You call them low hills? Lower hills.
Lower hills.
Not the main ridge
Lower
line, a
hills.
little bit more complicated.
Mini
Do you take the spur? Do you sit on the higher ridge? All the choices.
How far to go to the airfield now then?
So we have 9 pilots have made the turn so far. EB29 has 20k to run by my margin. Not sure what airfield else you just here,
Wonder if the car streets though. Wait one.
but he's currently at 2,700 feet.
Yeah. 502 metres. Which is what?
1,500 feet.
200 feet give or take.
So he has 1,100 feet on glide. 18k and maybe 29. Yeah, he's in. I think he's in. And he's still working the ridge, as you can see. Sitting nice and close to the hill here, using every little bit of energy he can get out of the ridge line. Really starting to push the speed up as well, coming back up to 140 plus knots.
What's Pos doing? We've got a concern Josh Setford asking if he's okay. Sleeping Erskis, what are you up to?
I might do, but I wouldn't be down there.
Oh dear.
So it would appear that Mr. Pozeski's is having a low-level tour of the local countryside.
Okay. That's a tree. Oh no!
Mr. Pozeski's.
Pozeski's lost a wing.
Well,
He is at one with the Earth.
oh wowie.
That's that then.
We are very sad to bring you that, so yeah,
That's not the news we sort of read
It's
there.
not.
Steve just died.
it's not a good time there. So we're going to jump back into the race with one of our other competitors to. There we go. Thank you, catching up on that. We're getting to the point in the evening where I think it's getting quite warm computer-wise. So. Well, thank you very much for trying, Mr. Pozeski's. Just having a little bit of a post-race debrief with him. We'll see if he's got anything to say.
Any words for us,
Any
Pos?
words?
I doubt you're watching. Maybe you are watching.
Next group 10 in the bottom turn here. Steph Ashley leading P. Latta. Oliver Butlin, Luke Dale, Martin Oliver, and Paul Robson. Paul, I assumed.
You just
P.
assumed
Robson.
a lot of names based on their first initial.
I know a few of them.
Okay, that's right then. Leslie Dale. And Miriam Oliver.
We're just trying to snag a post-race interview with our illustrious leader, Mr. Pozeski's. See if he's got any words of wisdom on how not to do it.
He's not replying yet.
Going to jump back in with our race leader here, who is low level, approaching the finish. He's currently 400 foot above glide. With
400 foot above the finish.
400 foot above finish, sorry, with 8k to run. which is
I think he's probably in at 60 to 1, isn't he?
still got 124 knots on the clock. And as you can see, he's just avoiding the local terrain on the way to the airfield. Always an interesting experience with a lot of this one. Looks like it's going okay though. We've got, and he's right down in ground effect now. Here you can see.
Does Shadow come and meet him?
I don't think we've got shadows turned on
That
for the
is
sake of the
classic.
computer.
Ah, that's pretty sensible.
But yes.
Oh no, we have.
Oh, we have got
shadows
shadows turned on.
Ooh. Now he's now got to turn left.
Yeah, we've.
Remember the rule: never roll at a height of less than half your wingspan. Crikey, blimey!
I mean, this height, he's going to be bothered by trees, isn't he? Really? Got a fair amount of energy though. Looks like we've got our first finish coming in here. 0.5k to run, and we've got our first finisher.
There we go. Beautiful pull up. Taps open. Oh, look at it.
Let's see how our next best finisher. Second place running at the moment, we have C. Barrett in his Discus 2, taking a slightly more conservative approach back to the airfield. He is working the ridgeline a little bit more, using his energy a little bit more conservatively. 12k to run.
Is that beer getting to you a bit?
One sip. One sip. We're getting on it. Right, it seems like. It'll be interesting to see how these points develop as we have more and more fishes coming in. We have an official response to our request for interview here from Mr.
He was
Bzerskis.
standing outside number 10 Downing Street with his lectern. His
And
words for the nation are
balls. There we go. Thank you for your wonderful, useful debrief there, Stephen. You're really inspiring the future generation.
Thank you, Carl.
I joke, of course. We wouldn't be here without Stephen.
We would not be here without Stephen.
For so many reasons. Oh, we have another crash.
Oh, Pridgeon.
Richard, you were doing so well. That's not gone well. Let's see if we can see the. Oh no.
No, Tom Pridgeon is now upside down. He's now underground.
Oh, it's not gone well.
Running
Taking
free.
out someone else as well, which is always a shame to see two people go down at once.
Isn't it just?
Oh, it looks like
Hang on.
Mr. Matthews has got better
So he
though.
got away with that.
Well, that's good news.
We now have a fight occurring in the comments, which is wonderful.
Right.
Tom Pridgeon is throwing a strop. Sorry, Tom.
Bye, Tom.
We know you're watching.
Feel free to continue watching. We'll... Mon Oliver here, cruising along the lower ridgeline. What a lovely Slovenian day we got today.
As we've already established, the weather is summer.
I would give pretty much anything right now for the weather to be summer.
In Slovenia.
Looks like we've got next two finishers approaching the line here. Oh, Josh Shetford,
Taps open.
George Wright and Jay Meritig are taps open, pointing at the line, 120 knots plus, cruising in. Here you go, boys. Looks like we're going to have our next finisher any second. In other news, we've got.
Josh Shepard's climbed the tree.
Oh, Josh, that's not.
No, Josh
That's
is
not the final glide he was hoping for. Having really done quite well today, it looked like he's just counted himself at the end there. Jay Meritig really taking quite a lot more of a conservative run in here. He's avoiding the trees.
We've about to see George White go through the line. I think we might.
George White is about to cross the line. Here we
Georgie
go.
boy. Well
Right
done.
down on the deck. Here we go.
3, 2, 1. Beautiful.
Line. What a beautiful sight. George White there, taking the lead on handicap. Interesting to see how these scores will change as we have our finishes.
Nice.
George sitting on 1,000 points at the moment with a speed of 223.4 kph.
Because that's
A ripping day out in the Slovenian Alps. It looks like everyone's going to be enjoying this one for a while. Let's just see who we've still got running.
I'm going to put the wheel down. Well done, George.
Josh Shetford, unfortunately, taking himself out. Ooh, what was it? 1.9 kilometres from the line? Yeah. No finish rings here.
Silly sausage.
Silly sausage. David Noble here approaching the line, flying down it. Again, presumed David D. Noble.
David Noble, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we're assigning first names.
Nice.
George White, a successful landing. Well done. Again, some beautiful terrain navigation going on here from Mr. Noble. Working his way up the leaderboard as he...
Oh, bloody hell, not another one. What's wrong with you all? Keep crashing. You maniacs.
Ramsey. Crash. Trees. It's not good. Well done, Jay Meritig, there on a successful landing. A rarity in this afternoon's championship. Signals champion. There we go. Another finisher. D. Noble. Well done. Sitting in 5th place overall at the moment. I mean, he's not going to go up, is he? He's 5th.
The beauty of Grand Prix starting.
Yeah, Grand Prix
It is what it is now.
One of the easiest formats to follow, obviously. We know what's going on. We can see who's come first, who's going to come last.
George was getting distressingly emotional over the loss of Josh Thetford on Final Glide there.
George, I don't have to tell you. It's only a game.
It will all be okay.
Josh is okay. He's still at home. He will make it. Slightly more exciting. Top work this effort. Yeah, you failed the no rolling maneuvers below half wingspan altitude test. So, what G Downing just completed the task there. He's come home with a speed of 211 kph, racing in 5th. Well done. So, down.
Oh, ripped his wing off. A classic move.
Post finish. It's okay.
Oh, that's alright.
Not the best landings, but
So how many have we got left to finish then?
about 30.
Yeah, here, will help me. Where's our furthest competitor from home? Well, I assume some of these
These aren't moving.
are dead. No. We're just currently assessing whether we have to stay here for all the parts to finish.
I don't think that's going to
I do think that's strictly necessary.
Probably give ourselves another 15 minutes.
Yeah, we can deal with that. It's time, 9:30.
Bit better by 10.
My spirit time.
Oh, no. Right, how are we getting on up here at the top? Who's still going? Who's finishing? Damn it, Alan running into the line here. He's just past the wreckage
There
of
is.
fellow competitor Mr. Setford.
Jetsam.
He calls him out on the chat. Oh, what a shame, Josh. Really threw it away there at the end.
See Clem's leaving us tapped closed the far right. Smart boy.
Interesting choice.
Keep that speed on.
What
Keep
point
the
will he
weight
open
on.
them?
Hopefully he's going through the line.
126 knots. Got to be pretty close to his VNE there. Here we go. Clement Allen.
9. Good finish, 8.22.
9. Well done.
Not a good boy.
First of that group to make it across the line. Be interesting to see how far behind. Oh, not very far at all. Got Bradley Saints here next in the in that particular line. Going across. really hanging on the deck there. Only 118 knots on this final glide day.
That's right here.
Someone's not quite got the energy.
And there we go. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh, I heard a collision there. Looks like it's alright. It's a post-finish collision.
They're fine.
Nothing we need to worry about. I think it's only Mr. Downey needs to worry about because he's got one less wing than he had before. Although Harriet, who was the other member of that particular collision, seems to have done okay.
Debacle.
And she is turning finals. A little bit long, but I think it'll be okay.
But now back through the line the other way. I'm really just running around now.
I mean, quite a long way off the airfield here.
Send me
So-
back into the valley. 1, 2,
Oh. Wingtip
3.
first.
He's gone for the hat trick. That'll do.
Top work.
That is
Zones.
classic.
Let's rate another landing here. So, question that came out of the chat. The question which is, how many gliders are competing today? So we had 35 gliders take the start. Not all of those are still flying. We have
Cracking
about
ground
12
there from
finishers
Benedict.
so far. And we have lost a fair few on the way, I'm afraid to say.
This is a game of attrition after all. Sorry about
It
the
is a game of attrition. Good biscuit chat there.
Alright.
Ben Hudson, successful landing. Well done, Mr. Hudson.
Thank you for looking off my glider. Cheers, Ben.
Top work there. Right, let me chuck some provisional results up on the screen.
Luke Dale is finished.
Well done, Mr. Dale. Oh my.
Luke Dale 32 from
Luke,
Benedict.
Luke Dale has had a crash. You'll see that in the background
Oh,
there
part of the tree.
of the footage.
Oh, you silly sausage, Luke.
As you can see from the results up on screen now, we've got an idea of who's likely to have done well today. George White sitting up in first
George
place.
White is taking the lead.
That handicap really helping out. Interesting to see if we get any other. We're unlikely now to get any other finishes really
it's-
jumping up,
it's
unless
not
someone
bad, is it?
snuck round in a K8. Well, that was noticing. But you'll see official full results out tomorrow morning when all the traces are in overnight. Oh my! Quite some carnage there in the background. I see gliders cartwheeling. It's not
It's like a
particularly
dead
well.
car, isn't it?
I think that we are probably approaching a point where we're going to drop off today. Any final
someone just-
questions?
God do hell, yeah.
Yeah, it's really not,
Again.
it's really not going very well. But any final questions for the chat? I'd like to pop them through. We'll do our best to answer. And if not, we will probably see you
And on.
next time around, or in a couple of times around. As we said before, this race is part of the eWinter series, which is a group of events and webinars run by UKJG Gliding. You can find out all the details about all the different events on our Facebook page. Next race will be October the 29th.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday. 8 o'clock UK local time. We'll try and find out some information about what task is coming up and post that on our Facebook page. You can, of course, sign up on Condor Club and then get your traces in to get scored. We got any scores come in so far?
One in. Jan Merity.
One trace in from Jan Merity.
Good old Jam.
Thank you very much. So we'll see how the other guys do when they get a trace in. As I said, we will announce full results tomorrow morning. This is a whole series, so scores will count from each week. Oh no, that didn't sound good. Another crash there. Crossman versus Allen. That's not gone well.
Fine short face.
Anyway, so on that fantastic note, if there aren't any questions, we will disappear, I think.
I think that's fair. I'm feeling a bit sleepy.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in to this, the very first UK Junior Gliding eWinter Series.
UKJG
Condor.
eWinter. WeWinter. I'm knackered.
Yeah.
Right, thanks guys.
Thanks.
Have a lovely week. See you later. Bye.
Bye.